Basically, simple thing to say, please be nice to each other, no kicking, shoving, pulling hair out or murder. Because the UK law can be annoying with that, but yeah, you can totally have a camera out the window and things.
Help design it and from their own sort of heads. Where high class people, if you are poor, you have tradition as well. I do not mean like bread bakers. They do make bread.
Places, including the US. Be aware of that. Yes. It's a nice super big. Now guys, Scotland's forestry is very, very varied. A lot of it is actually used for logging, but this forest up here on our right, this is actually a forest that was planted by one of the early dukes, and it is actually the type of... There's the myths here, but oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. Wow. This is why you come in winter, folks. Welcome to the Highlands. I quite enjoy this bend. Ooh. You never know if a logging truck's going to come at you the other way, you know. This is in Gaelic, by the way, if you didn't know. This is Scots Gaelic. Don't worry about being able to pronounce it. It is so different. Sorry, I'm a sucker for a wood burning stove. This is what we call whiskey drinking season. I can still hear my microphone fine. Yeah, no problem. Just wanted to do a wee quick check there. So basically, Rob Roy McGregor is buried up here. Now, Rob Roy McGregor, if you don't know who he is the most famous... Well, that's Loch Earn actually. The loch there is Loch Earn. This town is Loch Earn Head because it's at the head of Loch Earn. Very inventive name, of course. As you can see, the whole area is absolutely gorgeous. And if you follow that loch all the way through to the other end and then go down through the river that comes out the end of it, you'll eventually end up joining the River Earn, which will join the River Tay, which then flows into the Firth of Tay. Basically, go that way, the water will take you to Dundee, and you don't want to go there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you safely and soundly that that bridge right there is not the bridge from Harry Potter. Monster. During all 5 Jacobite risings, so basically the road network, the old road network that goes through this glen here, was actually used by redcoat soldiers. I'm going to open up to questions. If there's no questions, I'm then going to tell you a little bit about the natural environment around us. But for now, here you go. This is the Battle of Killiecrankie, and do listen for my favourite 2 lines in it. I fought on land, I fought on sea, at home I fought my auntie-own. Which I quite like. This is sung through the perspective of a Scottish redcoat soldier. We're soon going to be passing Glen Lyon, which is the home of Robert Lyon Campbell. And he's got a lot to do with a very, very dark story that we'll be telling fairly soon. That is, of course, the massacre of Glencoe. If you look up, guys, at your 2 o'clock, you're going to see that the mountains over there, the Munros, they are absolutely covered in snow on their tip tops. That big tall one over there is Ben Doran. So the glen over there at our 2 o'clock, that valley there, in between all the Munro Mountains, that there is Glenlyon, which is also home to Scotland's oldest tree. We don't know its exact age, it's a yew tree called the Fortingal yew. And it could actually be the oldest tree in the world. It's between 2,000 and 5,000 years old. We're not exactly sure if it is. It's at the other end of the glen. I think you'll be fine. Now listen, I'll be honest, I actually believe that the garrison leader was being honest in his protection swear there sort of promise. But unfortunately, this garrison leader, it wasn't really his. That evening he gathered his soldiers together in one place and he explained what was going to happen the next morning. Some of the soldiers in anger cracked their swords in two over their knee, some saying they would refuse to do any such thing. Some, although those people were then told that if they ran, they would be shot, so they didn't say anything. Can't stop. Actually, yeah, you know what? Yes, we can stop. We are going to stop. So that's Glenettif. We're going to stop for a wee photo stop here. Just a quick 5-minute one, out and in. Okay. Now, this mountain here is shrouded in cloud today, but this is actually the Lochs Morn. It's the Lochs Morn. That glen down there is actually the glen where James Bond was born, according to the original lore in the old book. So that is the home of James Bond, and it's actually down there. Still remembered by Scottish people, and is one of the worst parts of our Scottish history. But what you should know is that Glencoe today is one of Scotland's best hiking areas. It has visitors from all over the world every year. Home to many good trails like the Three Sisters, the Lost Valley and the Devil's Staircase, called the McKinnon Stretcher. Rental cars, almost coming up to the wrong side of the road, literally was on the wrong side of the road, there you go. Ah, you get them all here. So, just a little bit of a heart palpitation there, it's okay. So, there we go. Thank you guys for coming in a bus. So yes, I'm going to put a bit of music on. Basically, Glencoe today is known and renowned for its natural beauty, and much of the land, about 13,000 acres of it, is actually today owned by the National Trust for Scotland, who today look after it, do their best to restore that which they can in it to a more natural or culturally appropriate historical setting, and are today still celebrating, commemorating and keeping alive the memory of the glen's past, both the bad and the good. All that to say, guys, we're about to drive over a little area called the Meeting of the Three Waters. So we've got a river that runs under the road here. We've got a river that comes down off of the moor here, and a river that comes off of the Three Sisters here, and they all meet and mix in a little whirling pool down here. So you're likely going to see quite the waterfall as we drive around here on the left. So do look on the left. But that's it, well, so we're going to see this here. We're now going to enter Glencoe. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Glencoe. Keep your eyes on the left for the Three Sisters. I'm going to shut up now. guys, I'm going to take us here. This is the best stop that you can get, and it's one that a lot of buses don't do.
Hello, welcome to Glencoe. Hello again.
You from USA.
Nice.
They go through a canal, and then it takes them out here, then they go through here, and then there's a more point, there's more canal, it takes them all the way through to then 8 loch gates at Fort Augustus, the town at the south end of Loch Ness. And you go down there, bump, 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 and that takes you into Loch Ness. And then it goes all the way through Loch Ness, and then a couple more loch gates at different parts of the canal, out to Inverness, and then back to sea level. Some of the other lochs to look at, they're still quite big, but they're very, very deep. They contain a lot of water because they go very far down. Deepest loch in Scotland is Loch Ness, which I think is 170 metres deep. No, it's more than that. 210, I think. Something like that.
Non ascoltare, non ascoltare.
Y entonces lo que hacen el experimento es que la gente entre y es como reacciona. Y la mayoría de la gente se va a decir.
Usually between 50 and 80 boats every day pass through here in the size of Mount Everest. Mountains are known as the Caledonian. Eventually, North America. They discovered a long time ago that it's impossible, really. There's been 12 people to the moon, 5 people to the bottom of Loch Ness. Those 5 people went to the bottom of the Loch Ness at the other end, 20 odd miles of no soul has ever been physically unexplored. Yeah. Well, that's a coincidence as well. So, scientists reckon what we're seeing on sonar systems. Who makes the other 95% of the Loch Ness monster story? Tourists printing